Welcome from the Mobile World Congress 2016, where we're here with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge on the left side, and then we have the S6 Edge on the right side. You can see it clearly because of the beautiful green color that's now not available anymore on the newer models, and on the S7 Edge, which is on the left, you can see we have the black Onyx one right now here, but it's also available obviously in 4 other colors that you have probably seen. So let's start with the design a little bit first. Obviously the Samsung logo is now a little bit bigger since the device itself is bigger, but also the edges are more rounded to the side, so you have more of that you could say soap look. So it's really just nice and round now on all the edges. You don't have a clear metal edge like you had before, so it will get maybe even easier scratch. You can see here on my S6 Edge how scratchy it is after a year, half a year actually, but otherwise you can see the ports are still the same with headset, USB 2.0, the microphone and the speaker, but the camera is now not sticking out anymore that much. Let me show you guys. 12 megapixels on the right with dual pixel technology, so the low light is better, and on the right we have 16 megapixels, and you can see that that sticks just out a lot more, even though the quality is not as good, as I will demonstrate obviously in a few minutes. Otherwise, when it comes to ports or sensors, you have almost the same ones, just a little bit rearranged, with the heart rate sensor still here and a flashlight on the back. On the front also the same cameras with 5 megapixel cameras on the front both, but the wide angle on the new one is now a little bit better. And also you can see it right away here when I put them right next to each other that obviously the 5.5 inch device is bigger than the 5.2 inch device from last year, and also we don't have a metal edge here anymore, but the button still sticks out a little bit, and you also have a fingerprint reader still built in, and the same buttons as before obviously here for going back and forth in front of the apps. So let's check out a little bit more the thickness. If you put both on top of each other, you can see 7.7 inches versus 7.6 as far as I remember, so all was the same. But we have a lot bigger battery now with 3600 milliamps, and you can see from the side the same design, from the top almost also the same design. We have no infrared anymore on the new S7 model, but what we have now is a nano SIM card slot with a micro SD card extension also available, so you can finally extend that 32 or 64 gigs that you have built in. On the next side you have the on and off switch, and then let's dive into the software, where you will see that obviously we can just double tap both and start up the camera, where you can see on the front the 5 megapixel camera on both, but we have an aperture of f1.7 on the left now instead of just f2.0 on the right. And yeah, you can see here definitely that the wide angle is a little bit better because there's a little bit more space above my head on the left one, and I wouldn't say it's sharper, but the image is just a little bit nicer when it comes to the color maybe. Obviously on both of them the beauty feature is not turned on. So let's go to the back. There you will see that we have definitely the same quality. The color is maybe also the same quality, but on the left maybe a little bit clearer, not as bluish. But when it comes to focus, just let me show you. If you just look at here the table and look up, the focus on the left is a lot faster when it comes to speed definitely, and otherwise I love that the camera now records even better. I have to unlock the device first. Let me do that for a second. So when it comes to the camera, you can definitely see that we can now record in the video still in UHD on both, but here on the last model, because of the processor that was 30% slower, you couldn't record the QHD resolution with video stabilization. If I go here to QHD, it says video stabilization off. If I go to 60 frames, it's also off, and the only feature to use the optical image stabilization was actually on with full HD with not 60 frames. On 4K it's still not available. I hope it will be available soon, but there's also a lot of other features that I will show you in my longer review about the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. I will also go a little bit deeper in what the differences are. Like for example, also here you can see that we have this nice little edge that you can now add more apps to, and not only apps, but you have also the feature to add your own apps and contacts and even news or anything else that you want to put in here. And by that I mean you can use the API, build your own apps here for your Edge, and just add anything that you want. As you can see here, games, here compass or anything that you want to use while just using the regular screen or any app. So there's not much else to say except for obviously we have the latest Android on here, one newer than on the last model. Maybe the last one will still get an update, but I'm not sure. The icons look a little bit different, they're a little bit bigger, and otherwise obviously we have a little bit more RAM, 4 gigs instead of 3 gigs. The display resolution is still the same with 2560 times 1440, which is QHD plus, or just QHD as far as I know, but with a big Q. But otherwise there's a lot of settings that we still have to figure out on S7 Edge, so give us a little bit time. On the Mobile World Congress 2016 we have a few days now to check everything out, and we will definitely use those days wisely to check everything on the Samsung and other phones that are available here at Congress. So till next time, peace and again, my name is Balazs, so much for watching. Till next time, peace and again, and before I forget, this phone is waterproof, so you can definitely use this to go swimming with, since IP68 was introduced with the S5, but with the S6 it wasn't, and now we have waterproofness back again, so I love that feature, let's not forget that. So again, thank you much for tuning in, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and this was the S7 Edge versus the S6 Edge here from the Barcelona Mobile World Congress 2016.